Hey, if it works, it works, man. So let's see what weapon they actually decide to like favor too. I mean, one of them might favor you know, the Lance, the other one might favor the bow, but we'll see.
Yep, this actually, I'm pretty sure, someone correct me if I'm mistaken, but this is the first official tournament with the new map pool. So we're on the 2v2s, but we're playing on Demon Island, which you usually see in 1v1s, and it's going to be a smaller map, smaller than the shipwreck that they are used to, and I want to see what they can do with that. Double dare's going to come through, and Jerry is going to confirm that with a ground pound. Blue team starting off to a rough start at the weapon throw. Goes for this double edge guard, and they're looking clean on it, but they cannot confirm that stock on Keith as they get back on Tiger.
If I recall correctly, y'all took out Mammoth Fortress?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's get some variety in here. That's what I like to see.
after the millennia, the home guard is gone. Mammoth Fortress no longer in the rotation, but we still got Demon Island. I feel like that's where they're going to be defaulting to now anyway, so.
It's fair. Good looking stage, though, so I will give it up, but
it is pretty.
Right now, oh, okay.
That KO was also pretty. Jerry gets taken off the right side, and Reaper is still sitting on this third stock while Tiger on his second orange now. And we saw a couple down sigs already. They did not connect, and I'm very worried now because we keep seeing these Vector sigs are going to be a long one.
So, I mean, does Vector, I mean, like, will it spike at least? Will it spike? That's not it. Will it spike?
I think it'll spike, except you know, like how Asuri and Hattori spike? It's not like that. It's like a spike, and then you're like, oh, he's coming back.
Just not strong enough. Okay. All right, we'll have to see if they're going to work some magic with this one for sure, man. He's actually got the lance in hand right now, so hopefully he can make something happen with it. This Vector should be able to make it back. Sweat beads are going to come out, but no one there to actually challenge them as they were looking over at Keith. We still managed to live.
Even game here, all things considered from that opening. Tiger is going to fall to that last stock of his, but it took a while to get there, and he's done a lot with the stock given the circumstances. Side stick going to come through and not going to find its mark. And Keith's going to fight his way back to stage 2. They're looking for these KOs. Everyone on the red that has a second stock, and Keith is going to be the first to go.
Okay, almost got a double right there with that recovery, just a little too low under the stage. So they're going to be looking for that KO sooner than later here on Reaper. He's actually putting up a good fight. Hold on. Oh, actually, so weirdly misses that side air.
Oh, getting really dangerous there as Tiger connects the ground pound onto Keith, but Jerry actually ends up saving him so he doesn't get that big spike down.
All right, so even game. The Tigers might have to play this one a little safer right now. He's the only one really hurt right here. About to start entering red. He isn't it somewhat deeper orange. Okay.
Tiger taking a lot of damage here. You can see the juggles coming through on the axe.
Oh, I like that. Actually, regressive come down right there with the neutral layer, push him into his teammate. So Keith, you know, been doing it. Oh, wow! Actually, I didn't even notice how much damage Keith has been taking.
Looking at Tiger to the right. Is he going to make it back? He does, but Keith also now sent off to the left, and they're fighting their way back on over and over. And Jerry's finally going to confirm that. Sidelight Stairs is going to confirm on the right side as well. Last stock red in this game too.
He got hit with that ground pound in probably the worst imaginable area where you actually get hit with the ground pound, but it sends you, you know, you get hit with the spear ground pound. It's going to send you out. You probably would have died if you went out anyway, but when you get spiked off the stage,
it's mental damage for this. You just feel worse going to the next one, like, oh, man.
Like, he landed that on me for sure. All right, so the double Vector, not, you know, not bad, but not starting off, and I already see a swap over here. I see Michelangelo coming out.
Michelangelo, that's going to be covering over the Val. That's the one I don't see enough. I see the Stevani a lot, and I see the Akuma a lot.
Of course,
But the Michelangelo, you don't see a lot, so let's see if he can turn these pizza pies into wins, all right? Because the other team before, they were eating pizza, now we got the pizza legend here.
Yes, sir. So I know they're looking good. And we also got a swap over here to the Azoth, and as Zip said earlier, you know, one of the more SIG-heavy characters. And so we'll see if this actually helps out. We'll be seeing more SIGs on the side of things, or at least just some raw power. I mean, this character is pretty strong. Those SIGs do hit pretty hard, so we'll see how this plays out. A whole different. I mean, I want to know how far they actually got with that Vector, because, you know, this is the first match we got to see him. So, like, how often did y'all do that, or were y'all just memeing real quick?
I mean, Tiger plays bow, so I feel like if Tiger stays to his standard, they can probably make it up there double Vector if he's at least just picking up bow the entire time. But this game, we got Keith on the sword, and he's been doing a lot of work with it, as the game is pretty even still. So we're going to look for who can get these first KOs here, and I feel like that'll kind of give us a turning point in this game, right? Who's going to really take that momentum shift and run with it, because KOs are kind of few and far in between these two teams here. We've seen a lot of people live to that deep red state.
Right, man. Tiger has definitely been looking for some SIGs, but I think he's like 1 for 4 right now. Does manage to get back to the stage with that weapon toss. So
I mean, I don't think when you play Azoth, you don't really care.
Yeah.
The ratio is not relevant to you. It's like that image where it's just like keep gambling. Eventually, the Sig. Eventually the Sig will hit and you'll be happy with it.
He said, I'm betting 21. I'm rolling every time. 15, hit me. Like, I'm not doing it, bro. All right. So let's go ahead and see if it's going to work out for him, though. He's just trying to go for a pretty deep edge guard. And surprisingly, I feel like Reaper was in position to go for a ground pound or at least a down air and just doesn't pull the trigger on that. And so now Tiger's going to be able to make it back to the stage for free.
Yep, and Reaper is the only one on the second stock here, but they're taking so much damage. You can really see they're trying to, while everyone's still on this red, deep red, he's kind of evening it up now, entering red on the second stock, and that's not going to go well for them as the down stick takes Jerryk off the left side. KeithThePooPoo and Tiger, they're sitting comfortably. Tiger's finally going to lose that first stock.
Okay, yeah, Keith, he was just trying to figure out a way to stay away from both the both the red team, but they definitely closed him out right there. Try to jump over, immediately gets caught by that recovery. So again, not a bad game right here developing for the red team. Right now, Reaper definitely kind of hurt and did fight his way back, but may not fight his way back fast enough. Oh, Keith, wait, whoa, where you going? Got to come back down to the stage. So Reaper does manage to make it back. That was a pretty decent attempt at edge guard. They did get a lot of damage on him though over there though, so shouldn't be too long for him on this stock if they can get just a stray hit.
Reaper taking a lot of damage, but also dealing a lot. Damage not really relevant to them at this point because they are in that deep red so far. Now you're just looking to get that KO, and they can't seem to do it. So much value out of this stock continuing. You can see the spear moves coming out, connecting all of them, and Jerryk is going to actually give his team the lead by taking that stock on the left side. And Sig not going to KO just yet. Another one's going to come through, send Jerryk far left, but it's not going to be enough. Jerryk fights his way back on stage, downlights there. It's finally going to do it. And we have one on everyone but Keith here.
I think I understand why people aren't using this skin now. That neutral six sound is disgusting. Like, that was disgusting. I was like, what is that? And I saw him hit it again. It's like, oh, I never want to hear that again, bro. Bring back Akuma.
That's the answer?
Yeah. I don't want to hear that. But anyway, I mean, still love the turtles, but yeah, that's the pizza sound was something else.
All the TMNT skins got some pizza sounds going on. Like, you're trying to make me hungry? Are we fighting? What's going on?
All right, so with the way this
slip.
Oh no, he's out of there. Now this is still kind of doable, I think. So you get Keith out of here,
but it's possible.
Yeah. You get Keith out of here, keep pushing Keith away, and then try to get this one-on-one as long as possible. Get this stock off of Tiger, and then take Keith's stock one because he's already hurt. And then, yeah, man, just try to win that one-on-one after. You might be hurting at the beginning of it, but, it's your best chance right now.
He's definitely looking for that KO on Tiger. He is also in the very deep red, so he can get both of them, and it's going to be a long 1v1 if he does. And Sig, he's going to send him on the right side. Another one's going to come through. Okay. And you're right, that sound is terrifying.
It is. Yeah. Here we go, man. That boy, Michelangelo says hot and ready, so. Oh!
Is going to close that off, and it's 1-1. So Keith and Tiger switched up the picks, and it's a completely different game. It looks like Keith 600 damage on that 4-4's Vow 5 for him, but that's a lot of damage to put out with low force and low damage weapons, right?
Yeah, man.
So he's been playing really good, and it looks like we're going back to Apocalypse, Miami Dome, Small Enigma. So they're not too worried about it. Miami Dome is going to go back there, see if they can win on the same stage, and Jerryk and Reaper not going to switch up their picks either.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, too, because Jerryk, I feel like on another stage with a lower top blast zone, he actually got that kill with that downlight recovery. But fortunately, you're here on Miami Dome, and you're also playing a 4-force character. So there's a lot of stuff working against them to try to get into that 1v1 situation. But maybe you didn't have to worry about it if, they can just go ahead and close this out in a 2v1 situation. Now that we're back on even grounds right here in the third game. Still on Miami Dome.
Yep, Reaper with a really unfortunate early death last game as well. The wall slip kicking in, he was apparently not ready for it. As soon as he goes back on, he gets sent back down, and with the new wall slip, you're not making it back if you hit that because your side jumps the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Into this game, though, Jerryk has taken those damage so far as he enters the red. Side stick going to finally come on Tiger, and you can see the gambling begins. This time it's going to be a recovery, though, and KO's still not going to come through. And I'm noticing it's super hard. These players are not getting knocked out ever at any point. There's a second nair, it's still not going to get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, we have been seeing some very deep reds here in this set, or honestly, just since we've been watching Southeast Asia. So living on this side has been a thing. Is not able to live that, though, no matter how low that hit under the stage. Still going to be living right here, though. Reaper, Tiger, in it.
Jerry fighting back on these juggles. Side air is going to send, and Reaper actually picks up the Nensig onto Keith, and that is very clean for them. Tiger, he's kind of going back and forth, just throwing out moves, none really connecting, but Jerry is taking the brunt of the damage here as he enters the orange of that second stock. Keith also on the second stock. They're going to try to turn it back on. The edge guard's coming through.
Oh, just one read too much, and then immediately
he just had to let it go, and it was going to be clean, but Tiger is there to help out his teammate get back to the stage, even though it looks like he didn't need after that chase touch.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's it. You know, it happens to the best of us. Sometimes you're trying to make the super highlight reel and just do one option too much and putting yourself in a bad position. But it's all good. We still got a pretty even game. Jerry, on the side of the red team, has really been kind of taking a beat in this game. So he's got to watch himself, got to clean it up, too. I saw a couple of times, too, where it feels like Reaper was looking for a certain combo hit, and Jerry didn't give it to him.
Just hit the jackpot 2 in a row. Finally, what he was looking for, the side stick is going to come through. The third one, okay, now he's feeling himself a bit too much. Are we going to see another one come through? He goes for the read on the side air and doesn't find it. Down stick going to come out. Where's this gameplay been?
Yes.
I see A's locked in. I'm expecting 6, and there it is again. It's just jackpot on jackpot for Tiger today.
Yeah, it's 7-7-7s for sure. Now, that's okay. We got to talk about how active that SIG was. That was like a 40-frame active SIG right there. Just kind of walked into it and still lost his life right there. But you know what happens? It happens right there. So definitely got to watch out for stuff like that. I mean, that's the whole thing about Azoff, though, is, he has active SIGs and he has, SIGs that he's just going to be throwing out for that exact reason. Ooh,
I mean, Tiger's having a lot of fun on this stage right now.
Literally, no one's around. He's just throwing them out. Like, he threw that neutral SIG out.
And light and SIG, go again. Like, he's having fun. He's getting some SIGs of his own going through. The end SIG is all that he's going to throw out. I feel like that's all we've seen from him so far. Doesn't feel like doing it there to punish the other end SIG, but the KO is going to be found nonetheless, and you can see now they're both going for it.
Okay. Like, it's going to be kind of hard to avoid. Does manage to kind of get past that, but can't get past everything. Jerry happened to live a little longer than Reaper, but I still think that on that side of things, Jerry kind of let the team down just a little bit. I think there's, like he's getting some damage here, but I don't think he's getting the follow-ups or at least the passovers to his teammate either. So, I mean, they're going to have to clean up the teamwork here or just find a better way to get around these Azoff SIGs. And maybe even not just like kind of jumping Azoff and hoping for the best.
Well, this double Hattori's pick is kind of scary. It's a level 73 Hattori, so we at least know that they could play it. But we're coming off of some games where it looks like the most damaging part is the lack of kill potential. People are not getting knocked out. And then we're going to switch off the axe onto lower force and sword, right? We saw that downlight recovery on sword, and we're thinking different map, different character. Maybe that takes him off the top. But it's Hattori, so it didn't happen, and now we got 2 of them. Yeah, so maybe they're gonna be able to build damage faster, move around the map faster. But these KOs, they've got to happen. We gotta see that come through.
I feel like I would be more comfortable with this pick if I saw like crazy teamwork coming out from him, but I haven't seen it just yet. So like, yeah, if we're trying to get these combos going on faster, then sick. But that's not technically what's happening right here at the beginning of the game. They are getting absolutely demolished right now. This is almost a stock off of Reaper as, or off of Reaper as we were talking about it. But, Jerry with the turnaround.
Jerry with the clap back. Keith does make it back because an overcommitment, but the side SIG is going to connect on his team as he gets saved, and then the next side SIG is just going to get the KO off. Reaper, a chain of events that I don't think he wanted. I don't think that's what he was looking for.
I just need to go into the mind of Jerry. What was the thought process on that down SIG, okay?
I mean, sometimes stuff looks sick. Sometimes stuff is clean. That was not one of those times.
Yeah, he was out there just kind of like, that's the thing about down SIG. When it hits, you look amazing, but when it doesn't, you are just there.
I mean, sometimes, if you're really trying to win, you just go for the next ground pound again.
True.
Not him. He's looking for the down SIG. It's not going to connect. Jerry, he's kind of cleaned himself up a bit, though. He has gotten that KO on Keith, and Keith is taking a lot of damage now. Tiger, though, still staying on that third stock, and we've seen him since that Vector game where he lost that first stock early. He's holding on to these. He's not losing stocks ever.
Yeah, man. That Vector game was definitely a gimme for them because they have been playing absolutely amazingly since they've swapped over to what feels like their main team, if anything. But been working out well for him. Nice little chase down here on to Jerry, a Reaper, but he does manage to wake it away. Oh, Jerry. Oh, the reversal, though. Just, man, I think a down air might have been a little safer option, but regardless, sometimes you got to do or die that moment.
Light is going to take the KO. Tiger is playing too clean with it. Keith, on the other hand, he's on that red. That recovery is going to go in. And if you're the red team here, you're just looking to get Keith out, see if you can take that power play moment to get something on Tiger. There it is. The end light not going to get followed up as you end up off stage. They're going to send him back, though, and that is going to be opportunity. Not going to find it.
I like that. Keith coming through with the save and allowing his Tiger to get that at least try to go for a recovery back on stage. And he does get a hit, too, so he got some damage as well. Almost getting the scoop up. That would have been great. I think that would have actually KO'd Jerry. Yeah, they are hurting.
Oh, the cover-up is there. The double side SIGs coming through, covering almost every option there. Maybe he could have gone a bit higher, but he ran out of jumps. That's what happens when you come from far away. And KeithThePooPoo and Tiger, they're looking like grand finals is where they want to be.
Yeah.
I don't even. If you're playing like that, how do you even end up in losers? I'm wondering now.
Yeah, I gotta see where y'all bracket ran there.
Yeah.
Because like that was beautiful teamwork coming out from them. They absolutely destroyed.
Especially that first stock with the team combo they had set up, the axe and the gauntlets. They looked so clean.
All right, man. So that means we'll be getting into our next match relatively soon. But yeah, the double vector it was memes. All right, like
I mean, maybe it was working. We gotta see the bracket because
Yeah.
if it was working till now, we got something to talk about.
True.
And that's something else to talk about. But the Azoth and Michelangelo, that's